your Bengals. Joe Burrow goes out. It's found out that he has a torn ligament, will miss the rest of the season. The Bengals on the league's toughest remaining schedule based on opponent winning percentage. They've lost every division game. So that's already put them behind the 8 ball. And you're going to have to do it with Jake Browning.
Jake Browning. We ready. We ready. We love tests. We love tests. we love tests. You know, on realistically, we are behind the 8 ball. When you lose a quarterback of that magnitude, obviously, and people love to argue the fact. Okay, I'm just for the sake of it, for the rest of the world, the second best quarterback in the NFL. When you lose the second best quarterback in the NFL, that has legitimately changed an entire franchise in a short amount of time.
Yeah,
that's difficult.
Yeah,
that's difficult. That's very difficult for us as a team to have to move forward. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Browning. No disrespect to him. He's going to take over the helm and do what he can, but he's not. By no means is he Joe Burrow.
Ocho, Joe Burrow. I agree with you. If you guys had a dominant run game, you know what I can say, Ocho? Okay, run the football. Mm-hmm. You have Chase. Higgins going to come back. Yeah. And so now you'll be throwing a lot of one-on-one. But because you don't have a like the old 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when they had Tennessee, they had Henry, the way he was running the air out of the ball.
Right.
You can say, okay, we still no matter who the quarterback is, we can turn around and hand it to Derrick Henry 30 times. We're gonna be able to play action off that because you got to drop 8-9 guys down to stop that. But your running game hasn't been what I thought it would be, considering Joe Mixon and the upgraded of the offensive line. But Ocho, Joe, y'all have to do something about this.
What about
Joe can't keep taking that kind of punishment, Ocho. And I keep saying that he's taking too much punishment.
Right. I have a question. I have a question for you. Well, Joe is already out for the season, so I'm gonna just for
you gonna focus on Jake Brown and the team you got it. Okay.
For continuity purposes.
Okay.
I think it's not that bad for us, right? I think the fact that we have Chase, that we have Tyler Boyd, that we have T. Higgins, and that trio of receivers, and Joe is very efficient. I'm talking about Brother Mixon.
Yeah.
He's very good. He's very good. I think that we can overcome the lack of not having Joe Burrow because our receiving core is so good. What do you think? I'm just asking, what do you think?
Ocho, you was 5-5 going into that game with Joe Burrow. And you think somehow all of a sudden you're gonna win you're gonna win 6 of your last 7 games or however many games
now,
left.
You got to stay with what I just said. Let's keep everything in the context. I said our receiving core is so good.
Yes.
I think it can overcome not having Joe Burrow there because they're so good.
Think about what you were when Joe Burrow was there. Did the wide receivers overcome that? When you had Joe, you said the second best quarterback in the NFL. What was your record with the second best quarterback in the NFL? What was your division record with the second best quarterback in the NFL?
Right.
Your wide receivers?
Remember, we had a hurt Joe now. We only got Joe healthy for 3 games. We got Joe healthy for 3 games. That's it.
Ocho, you remember the first day when y'all lost the opening day? What did I tell you, Ocho? I said, Ocho, in my experience,
yes, sir.
If you limp into the season, what you do? You limp out of it.
Yeah.
Remember I told you that, Ocho?
Yeah. I mean, but that's true for everybody because if you come in hurt, and nobody's fully healthy anyway.
The healthiest you're gonna be is the first day of training camp. That's the healthiest you're gonna be.
You're gonna be, you're right. That's facts. That's facts.
Granted, Ocho, they don't hit like we once did in camp.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is walkthroughs. You have 2-a-days.
Mm-hmm.
When I first got to the league, okay, 2-a-days, you're gonna hit one of those days.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we once went 8 straight days of hitting both practices. So we went for over a week. Yeah, a week.
I know your body would beat up.
Oh yeah, Ocho. Now by that 3rd day, that's where that old man sitting. That wriggle, that you walk his stiff leg, everything hurt. You hate to get up late at night to go to the bathroom in your dorm room.
Yeah,
your feet hurt, your ankles hurt, your knees, your back, your hip.
Everything.
And normally, the 3rd day is when they throw in 9-on-7 and goal line. So now You know what I'm talking about, Ocho. Now,
Listen,
you ain't really had to do no doubt.
You the tight end. I ain't had to do none of that.
Strap it up, Ocho.
Strap it up. It's time to go.
So now, Mike does sent word to me. 87, I need you to get them going. Get them going. Mike, do you know how sore I am and everybody else? And you talking about strike up the band?
Yeah.
So now, get everybody going because I don't want Mike to be in a bad mood and keep us out there for any longer than we need to be out there.
Yeah.
He said, I look at that schedule sheet. Oh, man, we ain't got but 75 minutes. I'm trying to get as close to that 75 and not over.
75 minutes?
75. The morning practice was normally like 75, maybe 90. The afternoon normally got like 145, 202, 207. That's what Mike Shanahan. Now with Coach Reeves, ain't no telling how long the thing go. The thing might go 2.5, 245 street. Coach Reeves was old school.
Do you know how long they practice today? You know how long a practice is today in today's game?
How?
Man, a practice maybe an hour and 30 minutes, maybe an hour.
What?
That's what I was told. I've yet to be to one, but with the new CBA rule, all that running up and down and having pads on every day and all that hitting and all that's gone. That's going out the window. I don't think they practice enough. I think that's another reason for some of these injuries. You're not putting the body through the ringer before it's time to play ball.
I totally agree with that. But I tell you what I would do, Ocho. Let me ask you this. Would you rather practice longer and more with pads and get guaranteed money and guaranteed health benefits, lifetime benefits, or would you have less practices?
Oh, that's a good one right there.
It ain't no good one. You'd rather have guaranteed money and lifetime health benefits.
Yeah, most definitely. And the funny thing about it, when we was time to wear pads, I never wore my pads to practice. I put my shells on, and everybody just knew not to hit me.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we were one of the first ones that wore no thigh pads. We had no pads. I mean, we had running backs that had no thigh pads, no hip pads, no pads, no knee pads. So Mike would always tell us when it came Thursday, that's when we had 907. He said, I want you to dress like you dress in the game.
In the game, right.
Well, shit. I ain't wear no thigh pads, no knee pads, no hip pads, no mouthpiece, no nothing.
Right. No nothing. Right.
All I had was shoulder pads and a helmet on. So that's how we roll with it. I don't know, Ocho. I think y'all up against it. Ocho. Yeah. Without Joe.
I was trying to be optimistic. I'm sorry. I don't even know. I was trying to be optimistic. Just the fact that Jamar, and we can be efficient. We can be efficient with Joe running the ball, man. I'm thinking, I'm just being optimistic as possible. I'm Mr. Browning. Let's go.